So Curtis just told me some of the layout here is that all of these camp unit areas, there's like a few spots over here, there's a little water outlet there, but all of these did get power and water from the building over across the river there, but it was in the water, so it ran along the bottom of this river. But once that rushed out, that's when it apparently busted out all of those cables and pipes and rinsed them out in one big go. That was probably when I lost it at 3:30, 3:40 this morning. So there's a little box down by those trees that houses some of the stuff. But that, along with the amount of trees in the water, the amount of bulldozing to just get the road passable, is a lot. And Curtis says at 70 he's not sure he's up for rebuilding, and I understand. This is a lot of mess, and just the 1 acre or 2 that I can see here, he's got a whole mountain of sites that have flooded. I'm sure there's plenty of other damage just waiting around every corner. I haven't even been able to get out on the road yet, so we're certain it's not good very far. I can see just a pair of flooded street down there, but nothing up the hill. Who knows what that looks like. I don't feel like wading through the water at the moment to go check it out, but I may put on my slippers and do that in a moment. Lots of the firehouse road that's washed out, and one of the firemen, the volunteer, I think assistant chief, Ben down there, said it was more water than he'd ever seen. Must have been 1 million gallons, 2 feet high across, I don't know, must have been 100 yards just to get to the river. So the amount of water that came down through these hills was staggering. It's no wonder there's not much left, but it's sad and it's scary to see how people are left stranded, especially some of the elderly. I still have not gotten word. There was a neighbor somewhere down this road. A family, 2 adults got out. The 12-year-old girl may have been in the house. The house has, I believe, been destroyed. We obviously, with no communication, we told as many emergency people as we could find that there may be a 12-year-old missing downriver in a tree somewhere, but they didn't have a whole lot of communication networks to do much with that information, so we just tried to share what we knew and keep traveling on.
Turn it around. It's okay.
Really? The splash? So we can get rocks from here to here. That's the first bad hole that cars will not be able to get through. Maybe some of these big rocks can be moved to that side with some pry bars. We'll see. Making me tired just thinking of it.
And crossed over there, and then that cable, that's what I think this goes into that, and then that cable there comes out of that. The main thing is get that big over. There's the bridge that made it.
Yeah, I just looked at that. Little footbridge made it over here. Oh, somebody's lid.
Yeah, take out that hole.
So how long was the farm in your family? Did your
It goes back to my grandparents.
grandparents? Okay.
My dad was born in that house we live in 1905. It was built in 1905.
Okay.
But his parents, my grandparents, was living below that.
Oh, okay.
And had like a cabin. And so in well, I don't know when they started it, but they finished it in 1905, and then they moved into it, and that's when my dad was born. So,
And then the barns they filled up with the neighbors during the 40s?
Oh yeah, that the barn, that big tobacco and cattle barn.
Right.
My mom and dad built that by themselves in 1940. Between 1940 and 1945, I think they finished it in 1945. But
and those withstood the storm quite well.
oh yeah,
They're well built.
very well built.
Yeah. So it was originally a larger farm, you said?
Yeah. Well, I've got 20 acres. I've got the main home place part of the farm. My brother got the remainder up above. That's where the Christmas tree fields are now.
Yes. And when did you come back from Florida? Was it straight to North Carolina, or did you go somewhere in between?
No, when the shuttle blew up, I made it about 6 months later and got laid off.
Okay.
I worked on the shuttle. Worked on the shuttle Centaur program.
Centaur, okay.
That's it's for interplanetary missions.
Nice.
So when the Challenger blew up, 6 months later they shut everything down.
Right.
I got laid off and I come back up here.
And then did you immediately come back to the farm, or did you?
No, I didn't actually move back until 2000.
That's what you had said.
Yeah.
I thought it had been some time. Yeah.
No, I went to work in Greensboro. I worked at the airport down there. And
gotcha.
launched airframe and power plant mechanic, aircraft mechanic, and avionics technician.
Oh, okay.
So,
and your family, your parents were still alive and running the farm at that point, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, no. Well, my dad died in 1990.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he died in 1990.
Oh, that is the pattern of the cushion. Oh, this is not a section of road we should walk on. I don't know if this road has much time. Probably shouldn't be standing here.
Was that the
But as Nanda has said, that does look like some of the fabric. It's outside of the trailer I'm staying in. This little tropical pattern is a fabric on the porch. Oh boy, this just gets worse. Oh, this road is dipping unnaturally here. I might follow Curtis. Nanda has no fear with those boots. She's from Brazil. She does not have any fear. And hollow is the other part. Yeah. I'm not sure what's under there. So we'll just walk that part as quickly as we can. But yeah, that's not fun. Nah, it's fun. Completely wiped out.
And the McGuire's on the other side.
So your family became the combination of the two?
Yeah.
You united the mountains.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, nice.
Well, I think I've rested enough to make it a few steps farther.
Did that get you up over the hill?
But,
all right.
Well, I don't know. My legs.
We can stop again.
My
There's
legs
plenty
and
of
hips got
time.
hurting so bad. I wanted to keep walking, but this.
All right, that came in handy, I bet.
Yeah.
Well, no Nanda yet, so I'm sure she'll make her way.
Oh, at least you like.
recording. Yeah. We got some stones laid. There are 2 passes. I ran out of battery and ran back to change it. Looks like our solar's still getting blasted. You see how we're pulling 70 watts, 72, 68, we're in there. All right, give it another hour or 2, which I should have good enough sun for close to that. And back down to see how the giant chasm that became the drive looks now. We've got a lot of stuff pushed up to the edge. We're trying to keep most of the big rocks to be the stuff that falls in, so got a lot of good rocks out of right there. But as Curtis said, this place does not lack rocks. Really could have put the camera down, but I wanted to get it in a better spot. Maybe like down here with a view up. Okay, I said I was gonna go grab some water, but before I did, I wanted to get a shot of this, what we did while the camera was charging, and the 2 of us maybe broke our backs tossing rocks, but Curtis even got the tractor to get the plow to do some stuff, and then we chained a giant boulder and hauled that into the chasm that was left, but 90% of it was done by hand, and as you can see, that is smoothed by tractor, but all of the rocks are on the side. These are the rocks that we have to put in before you can have any dirt, because dirt will get washed out. Obviously, the rocks will allow something to trickle underneath, and we might have a surface before too long that we can pass over. So this is the big boulder that we had to chain up and drag up, and the rest of the rocks are all hand tossed, just like your favorite pizza. Okay, time to wash up. This man's a machine. He's still working. He knows he's got a long way to go, and if I didn't need a little bit more hydration and air, I'd still be there. If I want to wash up, maybe if I can get down to something small with some water, because I have to be ready for Nanda and I to go to Boone with a neighbor who needs to get there, check in, get maybe a couple supplies. I know they were out of a couple things, and we're fortunate enough that we don't need anything immediately, other than Nanda does want to get a signal again, communicate with family, of course. If we are in a town with power and signal, obviously we'll refuel on things, water, any food we might need for just a shorter stay for me, but a much longer one ahead for everyone else that lives here, both on the HideOut compound, the Dark Ridge HideOut, and in the greater Dark Ridge area, or Dark sorry, Elk Park area. Got a friend coming in with a truck. I don't know who that is. So put the camera down and refuel. See how we're doing from there.
We just figured out what all has transpired today between everybody's portions of information that they've gathered via word of mouth and try to piece together a puzzle. So I don't know which bits and pieces will be repeats, but quickly to recap. So the ATV ride before we got back over the mountain to the cabin with the really ruddy path, that is where the 12-year-old girl was riding out the storm. She survived. Let me get that out first before I say they found her. The parents had gone to get groceries, couldn't get back in because the storm came on so suddenly that the roads were impassable or something. She apparently, the 12-year-old, waited out the storm in that little cabin. Must have been harrowing. And they luckily were able to get back, I think, the next day or whenever it was. Again, bits of information, but at this point, that family is happy, healthy, and safe and sound. So the best parts of the rebuilding or recovery effort is the good news you can get where you can. So other bits that we discussed, yeah, we had our first contact with some kind of government agency that's, you know, other than just some volunteers at the fire station locally that have no information and no equipment and no power. We did see somebody, and that was very relieving, just seeing people that know and have satellite phones and networks of other people to rely on. And yeah, the road is getting more attention now, thanks in no small part to us getting that little gravel, rock and gravel path across the chasm that we filled. I think it was yesterday. I don't remember anymore. It's been a long few days, but productive. So I was saying yeah, people can get in and out, and there's been a bunch of ATVs going over that rock bridge that we made, and it'll at least allow things to keep developing. So the chainsaws we're hearing in the distance are probably, or assuming, are tackling some of those trees we crawled over a couple times today, and that's good news. Everybody's doing better and better by the day, so also good. The not great news has just been about, oh yeah, don't go here or that town or this town, they're overwhelmed, or these roads are out, and some of the, you know, stores that have been lost locally are being affected because the chains come through Asheville. Asheville's also affected, the distribution networks, I mean, for those larger chains. Ingalls, I think, was mentioned. I don't know if Walmart goes through there, but the Walmart in Boone was the one that was flooded, was 6 feet or something, and stuff floating out into the parking lot or whatever. Yeah, the recovery will be longer if that's, you know, a big break in the chain. The deliveries that would be expected to replenish things in the area probably won't come. We're speculating, or somebody was speculating, that they might just sell out what they have in one of the chain stores, I think Ingalls, that is still open, and perhaps just close that store or sell it or whatever. So yeah, the storm is gonna have lasting effects, and might limit the options to shop around here for a time. Who knows? But you don't think of those other ongoing, whether they're economical effects or other stuff that, you know, our school system's going to change or whatever it might be, because, you know, populations are, you know, maybe displaced. The handful of people that can't, you know, live in the community that's between bridges that are completely wiped out. Are they going to have to relocate and switch, you know, school programs? I don't know. I don't think about these things when I see the damage, but
all these will be part of their reality in the near or coming future. But rant aside, Curtis said that he got gas, got to town in Boone, got a couple things done. He did a bunch of chopping up on the mountain, so I'm going to try and get up there if I've got any energy left between now.
Well, I may fire it back up and try to move it forward just a little bit off the tire.
Go, Chieftain.
It was starting to overheat.
Oh no.
So
So yeah, this back tire that's on the step is running into this tire underneath the panel there, and that one's really stuck in something. They're not going to scoot along like that. I don't know if we can somehow weasel them out without the truck moving again, but the stairs, well, the stairs have to go down to go up under, huh? Oh, you got some smoke coming out the back. Yeah.
that's steam.
Steam, okay.
That was starting to overheat.
Oh, that makes more sense. All right.
Yeah.
That's better than fire.
Yeah, that's steam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it.
Yep. Oh. Well, we didn't accomplish a task here, but
Well,
at least we know where
one
we're
thing
at.
I can do is it's got jacks.
Okay.
Four automatic jacks underneath it. So I can put some blocks
Yeah, some
under
wood.
the jacks, and then but
Yeah.
I'm gonna let it
Oh,
cool
that's-
down.
yeah.
I'm not gonna mess with it anymore today.
Okay.
though.
Okay. Yeah, it's actually.
And then what I'll do is I'll put blocks under there, and then I'll use the lift. It's a leveling system. So
Yeah,
it's
okay.
jacks that are like hydraulics, and
Yep.
it'll raise
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. That's
And that can,
probably the best way to get them out. And
yeah, that's what I'll have to do is raise it to get them out. Raise it with the jacks.
Yep. Well, that's a plan for tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know, to do that, I don't have to run it very long. We don't have to worry about building up air pressure.
Oh, it doesn't even need that. Just needs to
No,
have
it
the
don't
motor.
need. It don't work on air pressure. The jacks
Gotcha.
don't.
Gotcha.
That's hydraulic,
Mm-hmm.
and it just
Yeah, your pneumatics separate. I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
that's what I'll have to do. Oh well, this is.
The Chieftain, she lives. The Chieftain's been fired up. Curtis just ripped off the awning. That's why the brace is on the ground. I heard a giant ripping sound from up the hill. And then I saw Curtis smiling up at me with this at his feet. So he's come to hopefully inflate the airbags maybe and get this thing off the ground a little. The engine just fired up. I'm hearing
there's a ton of debris under it. So the engines are trying to do something. I hear some fan belts or something squealing, but it may be the compressor fan belts or something that are inflating the airbags, and this thing's going up, but it's imperceptible. Getting another visit. A couple other wildlife officers are going to go down and check for other people that might need something. Of course, they've got cases of water and I'm sure other equipment to help if they can. Gas, probably a chainsaw, it looks like in the back. So yeah, hopefully people are going to be good. It's always good to see help on the way, so we're going to let them get on their way. Well, maybe Curtis will. Who knows? He likes to check. Oops.
That was the TV.
Oh,
Cable TV.
all your 200 channels.
Yeah.
So Curtis says he's gonna move it one way or another, which I'm assuming means a little rocker method. Kind of got debris under both sides of all the wheels, so it's gonna be a fight either way.
Tire pressure leaked out.
Yeah. So he just hollered that the air pressure leaked out. He has to build it back up, which means there's a likely air pressure line or airline, you know, leak, something. I'm wondering if that means it's probably not safe to be on the road, even if you can move it right now. But I don't know that for sure. I'm not a mechanic. She's fitting there. Back. And we're up on more debris.
I think I'm gonna shut it off.
Yeah.
Leave it. Well, let me fire it back up and try to move it forward just a little bit off the tire.
Right. Let's go, Chieftain.
It was starting to overheat.
Oh no.
So,
So yeah, this back tire that's on the step is running into this tire underneath the panel there, and that one's really stuck in something. They're not going to scoot along like that. I don't know if we can somehow weasel them out without the truck moving again, but the stairs, well, the stairs have to go down to go up under, huh? Oh, you got some smoke coming out the back. Yeah.
that's steam.
Steam, okay.
That was starting to overheat.
Oh, that makes more sense. All right.
Yeah.
That's better than fire.
Yeah, that's steam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it.
Yep. Oh. Well, we didn't accomplish a task here, but
Well,
at least we know where
one
we're
thing
at.
I can do is it's got jacks.
Okay.
Four automatic jacks underneath it. So I can put some blocks
Yeah, some
under
wood,
the
something.
jacks, and then but
Yeah.
I'm gonna let it
Oh,
cool
that's-
down.
yeah.
I'm not gonna mess with it anymore today.
Okay.
Though.
Okay. Yeah, it's actually.
And then what I'll do is I'll put blocks under there, and then I'll use the lift. It's a leveling system. So
Yeah,
it's
okay.
jacks that are like hydraulics, and
Yep.
it'll raise
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. That's
And that can,
probably the best way to get them out. And
yeah, that's what I'll have to do is raise it to get them out. Raise it with the jacks.
Yep. Well, that's a plan for tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know, to do that, I don't have to run it very long. We don't have to worry about building up air pressure.
Oh, it doesn't even need that. Just needs to
No,
have
it
the
don't
motor.
need. It don't work on air pressure. The jacks
Gotcha.
don't.
Gotcha.
That's hydraulic,
Mm-hmm.
and it just
Yeah, your pneumatics separate. I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
that's what I'll have to do. Oh well, this is.
Curtis says, "See me in the morning. We are looking at gray skies. I don't know how that shows. I guess you were looking at the light there. Maybe that looks a little more gray. So I don't know if I'm gonna make it up the mountain and help get those last few. He said he was up there chopping and he got as far as he could, and he just ran out of steam and left a few pieces that even the folks, the couple that were up the mountain, we've been keeping in contact with, were the first to get to Boone. They're the ones that live up there, and he said even they could do it, that it's not that heavy, and I won't feel terrible if I can't get up there in the morning or before dark, because it may be drizzling for a bit and we're all running out of steam. It's 5:40 and that means I don't have a lot of daylight even without rain. So sometimes you gotta just accept you did what you could. I did say that we'll say goodbye in the morning and I'll be heading out, but I guess this gives me a little time to roll things up and pack all the wet stuff into plastic bags and throw out the trunk, head towards A-Town tomorrow, start with Boone, hopefully get something to eat, and then find a hotel and a shower once I have signal enough and information to figure out a game plan without knowing where weather is going or coming from. Excuse me, I don't feel like running off to the next destination unaware of what's next climatically. It's not climate, I know. It's been a good few days of hard work after a couple of days of hard work at camping to start with, so kind of what I dreamed the ultimate camping trip might have been like. So much of my gear came in handy. Sorry for laughing, that I'm happy that sometimes the over planning pays off. I just felt so thankful. I think that's why I giggle, is that, oh, here are the drops. I giggle because I'm so thankful that, you know, not only that I was lucky enough to not have lost what others did, but that I was lucky enough to be prepared enough to help, and that felt like the most fulfilling part of this. So.